Police in Somalia have arrested a journalist who wrote a story about a woman who said she was raped by security forces. Abdi-Aziz Abdi-nur Ibrahim has been detained without charge in the capital since January 10th. In his report, he referenced an article on Al Jazeera about an increase in the number of rape cases in Mogadishu's refugee camps. Let's bring in Tom Rhodes. Tom is the East Africa consultant at the Committee to Protect Journalists. Tom, I know that you've been following this story quite closely. First of all, just tell me what you know about his condition and whether there are any legal grounds for holding this journalist.
Well, first of all, there are absolutely no legal grounds for holding this journalist. I'd like to correct you a little bit, if I may. I mean, as far as my knowledge goes, Abdi-Aziz has not produced his story yet. He did an interview with this woman, and that's it. And my position has always been, it's not illegal to do an interview. His condition is not that great. He's still held up. I'm told this morning he went to the police headquarters where they were checking his laptop out for information. But he's still held without charge and without any warrant of arrest. Okay,
so just to be clear, Tom, and according to what you were saying, Abdi-Aziz only conducted an interview in regards to this rape case of this woman. But why then is he still being held? Have you any idea?
It's a very good question. I mean, it's unfortunately, you know, at the moment, it's very hard to tell what is actually going on. It seems to me that some of the security forces are trying to quell a story, trying to keep it quiet, and Abdi-Aziz has become the scapegoat.
This is not the first time that security forces in Mogadishu, Tom, hold journalists for conducting stories and hold them, in fact, with no charge. Why does the government do this? Is it a method of sort of intimidation to silence journalists?
To an extent, and I want to be fair to the Somali government. I really believe that it's certain individuals within the government, not the entire administration, that are doing this. This was a big problem that we found back in, say, 2010. Again, to give the Somali government credit, cases like this have dissipated in the recent years. It's much less than before. But it's still a problem. And what really makes me worried about this case in particular is he's held without charge. He's done nothing wrong, and it's going to send a chilling message to all the reporters out there not to report critically on security issues, and perhaps even more sensitive, not to report on issues such as rape. And this is, of course, an endemic problem in Somalia, and it needs to be reported.